Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and today we'll be unboxing and taking a look at the Warcry Battleplan Cards. So here we go, the Warcry Battleplan Cards. If you're like me and missed out on the original core set, and you picked up the Catacombs box set, you'll notice you don't get the Battleplan cards with that. Now you do get the original core rulebook and the new Catacombs book supplement, but you don't get the cards. You certainly don't need them to play the game. Everything you need are in the two books that come with Catacombs, the core rulebook set and the Catacombs supplement book. But I think it's nice to have these cards. They make, they add to the gameplay for sure. In the original book, you get all the terrain card tables. You get the deployment cards, the victory cards, and the twist cards, and you get 12 of each. So all you do is you just roll a dice, and then you choose which one, which table and which card for each of the four choices. With the terrain cards, then you don't get those in the card pack, but the card pack does come with deployment cards, victory cards, and twist cards. Now I think even though they're in the book, they're not all on the same page, so as you play in the game, I think it's nice to see them all together. So rather than flicking through and referring back to the book, I think having the cards here is going to be nice. You can put them alongside the board while you're playing, and both players can see them at all times. And then we've also got with the Catacombs supplement book. Now this is slightly different in the way that the internal forge floor is set up. It's pretty much the bridges go here, and then there's some elements of gameplay where you get to place the main features in the doorways. But when we go to play in above ground, you're going to get 6 new terrains specifically for the Catacombs terrain set. But in addition, in this book, in the Catacombs book, you're going to get another 12 deployment cards, another 12 victory cards, and another 12 twist cards. Okay, so let's get these open and have a look at them. Look at this. So they come in a nice box that you can kind of keep them in. And it just tells you on the back, you get the 36 deployment cards, 36 victory cards, and 36 twist cards for use in your games of Warcry. So with this, you're getting a lot more than is in the actual book. So that's giving you 108 cards altogether. And look at that big chunky pack, which is always cool. And this is going to give so many choices. When Games Workshop say you're going to get millions of possible combinations from these. So let's separate them up into the different sections. I'm not going to go through all these, because I think if you're going to get them, it's going to give you you don't want to ruin the surprise almost. So that's Bloodwind Twist, and then we've got Grudge Match. So these rival warbands have met in battle before. This time there's a score to settle. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of attack actions made by fighters this battle that have a range characteristic of 3 or less. So this, I guess, is encouraging you to get in there and settle the score, which is really cool. So you can see you've got weather, you've got magic, you've got histories that bring in. So I really like the twist cards, and not knowing what's going to come up really makes gameplay quite interesting. Let's put that there. And so we've got victories. So these are the different ways that you can kind of win. So let's just pick out some. Some of these are quite long. Here we go. So cut off the head. The victory for this particular game would be slay the champion and leave the leaderless curs to cower. A player wins the battle as soon as their opponent's leader is taken down. At the end of the 4th battle round and each subsequent battle round, any leaders within 4 inches of the battlefield edge immediately count as being taken down. If playing a campaign battle, do not make an injury roll for fighters taken down in this manner. So there's so many different victories, 36 different ones to choose from. And when you combine them with the twists, it gets really interesting. And now we have the deployment cards, and this is where the battle groups are split up into the hammer, dagger, and shield. And this just gives different places they're going to come into the battle. So you can see how a lot of them are symmetrical. but some, like here, decapitate. That one isn't. And this is going to, if you combine these with then, well, decapitate, cut off the head, and Bloodwind, that's going to give you a real dynamic game. So once you've set up the terrain and then you draw the cards, you don't know what kind of gameplay you're going to have, and I like the randomness of it all. I think that's really cool. Of course, you could go through and choose. You could choose your twist, you could choose your victory, and you could choose your, like, where you put your battle groups. So you've got lots of options there. And I think it's also interesting to point out that you don't have to use the terrain from the book. So let's just grab the book and flick to the terrain setup. So for the terrain cards, you don't need these. You don't have to put the terrain like this. It's entirely up to you. You don't even have to use this terrain. You can use anything you like. And I think that's really good with the kind of narrative play where you can kind of create your own. If you like creating your own terrain, like I do, you can make a whole table and a whole battlefield based around a scenario with specific terrain. And then you could even look through the twist victory cards and the formations, and then choose something that fits in with the kind of story you want to tell. And that's one of the things I love about Warcry, is the kind of ability to tell your story. It's heavy on terrain, and there's so many different war bands with rich histories that you can kind of embellish yourself and really can customize your war band, even giving them names, personalities and backgrounds. I think that all makes for a really fun, interactive and kind of personal game that I really love. So I hope this video has helped you, and if you're looking at getting these cards, I think it's well worth it. You're going to get like 36 of each, which gives you so many more options if you like the random style of play. I got these from Firestorm Games, and I paid £10.80. The RRP is £12. I'll put a link down below to Firestorm Games and also Element Games, and you can order online and you're going to save on that RRP. So for just over £10, I think you get quite a lot here. There's a lot of thoughts being put into it. And they are affiliate links, so it doesn't cost you anything extra. In fact, you save money, but I do get a small commission, which helps me to create videos like this. So I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching. Like if you like the video, and if you're into Warcry and tabletop skirmish games like this, then please subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all my new videos, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks a lot.